What's up everyone? Welcome to the first week of the Supreme Fall Winter season. There was a lot of things that I was interested in. Some people are saying it's kind of mid, but I kind of like it. I did have a reservation for 12:15 at Dover Street Market and also Supreme, but I ended up getting a few things online because that's kind of a late time slot and I'm thinking there wasn't going to be anything available. And to be honest, that was the case. Let me show you my cart. First one here, I ended up getting two of the Cardi tees and the jersey. I couldn't decide what else to get with the jersey, so I get that free shipping. And then I also got another one of the jerseys and the real tree pans. These are kind of the things that I personally wanted to get and I didn't want to wait to see if they had it in store. And that was the case. I had that time slot at 12:15 at Dover Street Market. I decided to go there just because Supreme store, there's people that were waiting like 2 hours plus to get in. And I just didn't want to do that, especially because it's like hot here. Southern California, it was like 90 degrees. Luckily at Dover Street Market, there was maybe 3 people in front of me and they actually had different time slots. I showed up like 20-30 minutes after my time. So around like 12:30, 12:40, I kind of can't remember, but I had that 12:15. And yeah, by the time I went in, like I said, there was a lot of stuff that was gone. They did have the jerseys, but unfortunately they didn't have them in smalls. They only had mediums and I think a few large, and they didn't have the black colorway. So they just had the red one and also the white one. So I ended up passing. So I'll show you a few things that I did end up getting. So actually, first thing I'm gonna show you is the free gift of the season. This one here is the laundry bag in the camo colorway. I'm hoping I get 2 more of these with my orders, because I also wanted to place 2 separate orders just because I knew I'd be able to get free shipping, and hopefully they give me 2 more of these free gifts. Here's this one. I think this is probably one of the best free gifts that they've had in a while. This is very useful. I'm probably gonna do this for laundry. Supreme has free pickups and delivery. I don't really care about that. I just like that it's like a free gift and it's very useful. And then next up here is the ATV 6-panel. This is actually a re-release. So they dropped these back in 2022. I saw them on the lookbook and I knew I really had to get one. So all the stuff on the brim is embroidered. Same thing with the stuff on the side. Tokyo branch office on the back, also embroidered, 94. The front one here is just, I thought it was gonna be a patch, but it seems like it just kind of makes it look like a patch. And this is just screen printed. Honestly, I feel like this fits my head perfect. There's a couple other hats that just might be too big or too small. This one here is amazing. The only one I think that's sold out online, actually this one, the black colorway, and the camo one sold out. I have enough camo hats, so I did not want to pick up that one. And then the only other thing that I did get was the Cardi tee in the large black colorway. To be honest, I just got this one to resell. Retail's $54. Honestly, that was a mistake because the price is just kind of tanking. I got 2 more that I got online. So if you do want a black one or red one for retail, just hit me up because I just want to get rid of them. I thought they're gonna do a little bit better. The first one online, I kind of just did try to get that free shipping. And that was the only things that I got at Dover Street Market. Got a couple free stickers. I did think about getting the Rob Zombie tee, but I decided to pass on them. I did get the sticker, so I'm really happy about these. People love this tee for some reason. They gave me a sticker. And then I went home and I did have the day off. So I was kind of debating if I want to go to the Supreme store, and I ended up going probably an hour before they closed. I showed up maybe 5:45. So there wasn't that many people in line, and actually the line went by really fast. I was probably in the line 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll show you what I picked up there. All right, so first thing I'll show you are the Real Tree Supreme baggy jeans. I did get these online. So these are a size 32. I tried them in store and actually they do fit perfect. I did not realize how big their jeans are. I'm a 33 waist, and then I tried these on in store. Also, I didn't know I could try things on release day. I know there's a dressing room at Supreme, but I tried these on. I'm like, let me see if these actually fit better because I got the 34 online. And to be honest, these actually fit great. So I'm probably gonna keep these and sell the 34 whenever they come online. I do wish they were a little bit shorter. I am kind of short at 5'7", so I might have to alter these, and they're not as baggy as I expected. With Supreme, I thought these were gonna be crazy baggy, but I've never purchased any of their baggy jeans. It took them a while just to do a regular pair of Supreme jeans with this Real Tree print, so I had to pick them up. They are kind of expensive at like $168, but they seem like a pair that I would just keep forever. I also grabbed one of these denim shirts for a friend. I personally didn't want it, but I don't mind helping out if you just pay me ahead of time, and then I'll just get it to you for what it's worth. But the last thing here is the star-studded pillbox hat. These ended up selling out now, but it took a while for these to sell out. So I did jump on the pillbox hat wave. I know these have like crazy studded stars all over. It does have an expensive retail at $60, all cotton. It does have this 1994 to 2005 Supreme New York, lights out. You can even see the studs in the bottom that adds a little bit more character. In terms of like the fit, this might look terrible. This might look really bad on my head. The brim is kind of folded up a little bit, but I do have a smaller head, so I feel like it fits. I don't know, maybe I made the mistake of buying this for myself. Certain people just style it really good, and I thought I was gonna be able to pull it off. And I will say they had tons of those Playboy Cardi tees still available. I don't think they had any of the black tees. I think they had pretty much every other colorway. So if you got to resell, maybe the best thing to do is just kind of dump it. They're going close to retail, so you're not gonna make much money, but I've been seeing tons of people trying to sell theirs, and they're just kind of dropping the market. Yeah, I'm no better. I literally bought some just to resell, and I could get that free shipping. And then I was hoping to get another one of those free gifts, but they told me they're out of those bags. They did have the white jerseys that I almost picked up. Small size was a medium. It looks like people are catching on and getting smalls to like either resell or just, they used to be the last size available, but I spent over a rack this day, and I probably should not buy any more unless I'm gonna sell it. But I do wanna talk about some of the items that I was kind of thinking about getting, whether they're too expensive or they just sold out. First one here is a reflective arc hooded work jacket. They did have these available at both Dover Street Market and Supreme, with the retail being $368 after tax. I'm gonna be spending over $400, so I decided not to grab it. It is a very heavy jacket. Quality looks really good. All three colorways look great, but if it was like maybe $268, I would have just grabbed it online. Another one that I was thinking about getting is the studded shadow plaid zip-up shirt. $158 is a little steep, but it did sell out online. But then I just kind of decided to pass. Another item that I'm surprised didn't sell out online is the Swords baseball jerseys. Maybe just some of their jerseys just don't do well, especially the baseball ones. Football ones always sell out. This one here looked really nice. Still thinking about getting it online. Black one is the only colorway that I like. And like I said earlier, I wanted to get these reflective double knee pants. They did have them at Dover Street Market, but they only had a 32 waist. I low-key wish I just tried them on because they probably would have fit. I didn't think a 32 was gonna fit me like the jeans did. So I was kind of worried about buying them and just kind of either losing money or just spending all that time trying to get rid of them. But seeing now, they might have been kind of limited. I have these restock notifications on and they haven't restocked at all. But that's pretty much it for the video. If you have any questions, leave it down below. If you do enjoy watching this, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.